Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, and today I want to do a budget computer build, so let's get into this stuff. Now, this budget system kind of went off the rails a little bit, and I blame this system. This is a Barracuda 410 unit, and I got it for free. I got it on the way to recycling, and I was blown away to find out there was an i7 6th generation chip in it, 6 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, 1 terabyte hard disk drive, but really, who cares about that? You know, pretty good power supply if I ever need a small form factor like that. But I was just blown away to find out that within this firewall was consumer electronics, and so well priced. So basically what I did, I went on to eBay to look for more of these. Maybe I could get it for a good deal. I got the same model number, and unfortunately it did not have the same stuff on the inside, and it kind of broke my heart. It was 8 gigabytes DDR3 RAM, and the chip, man, the chip was a Pentium. That is under Celeron, that's under i3. It's just, I didn't even know they still made these things. Horrible little Pentiums. So immediately I could upgrade this thing with an i3-13220, which is such a bad chip. I swore I'd never use it again, but at least I can use it, you know, somewhat. So Fortnite, the trees don't even actually look like trees. At least I can play it relatively well. This is the best that I could do with this system, and with a 1030 card, a score on Passmark 10 of 2016. Not so bad, but there's a lot of upgrade potential here. We can upgrade this CPU. So anyways, here I am trying to salvage this budget review, and I go online and I find out that Xeon chips are actually a lot cheaper than i7s. It seems like it doesn't even matter what generation the i7 is, it's automatically going to be about 100 to 200 bucks. However, Xeon chips were selling for relatively low. So I went out and I found one. So here's the CPU I ended up purchasing, all the way from China. Only cost me $30 Canadian, give or take, and it was definitely a lot faster than what I had. If I was more patient, I found I could actually get it for $10 cheaper, getting it locally. On the advice from another YouTuber, I picked up this video card. Of course, it's very difficult to get hardware video cards in this climate, so if you want to be on a budget, you gotta get something used. This is an R7 1GB 250X card, and for, was it like 80 bucks, something like that, I managed to get this shipped up to Canada. This is within 15% of the abilities of a 1030 card, and it's pretty good. She works nice. Let's check it out. Also, I ordered up this Corsair Carbide unit from Amazon. Two other things that I needed to pick up was this USB 3.0 to USB 2.0 to get the front side panel USBs working. I also had to get a PCI sound card for this unit, just because the only sound output was through HDMI. The case was the first component to come in, and I was really surprised to find out there was just plexiglass on the side of this and not glass. I really like that. I really like that. Keep the prices down and keep things safer around the kids, right? So I moved the motherboard and everything over to this new system, and then I find out there's a problem installing regular hard drives with it. There's basically no way to install a regular hard drive on here. Like, I can't close the case like this, and getting it out I had to break a few pins. That really sucked. Luckily enough, I had a 1 terabyte 3.5 that just slid in there without any problems. No problem at all. It was about that time that the XFX system came in. Once again, this is an R7-250X. The case didn't really have any RGB in it, but there was a red light around the fan, and it was alright. At long last, the Xeon chip finally makes its way into us, and our setup is complete. Here I'm just getting ready to swap out the i3 with this Xeon, and yeah, I'm just totally pumped up about it. That is definitely the best benchmark that we've had so far, even with the superior 1030 card in there. We're getting 35 frames per second on DirectX 10, so not so bad. Fortnite's playing between 40 and 60 frames per second here, going pretty decently. Very steady, no elastic banding to complain about. And here we have Grand Theft Auto 5 playing anywhere from 30 to 40 frames per second, so we definitely don't get that huge PC Master Race 60 frames per second, but it still looks a heck of a lot better than it does on my Xbox One, and there's a lot to be said about. So ultimately, the moral of this story is if you want to upgrade an old motherboard, you could probably find an old Xeon to power it right up. However, if you tried to find an i7 with the same power, you'd be paying about 8 times the same amount. But this system, it ain't so bad for the money I paid for it. I guess this girl, my daughter, she ain't so bad either. She's pretty cute. I also did a little bit of crypto mining with this thing. I managed to get 1.24 kilohashes on random X Monero. Sometimes I mine some Monero and they pay me out in Bitcoin, which ain't so bad. So with hard drive and power supply, this unit comes to about $400, but that is still a lot better than what you can go out and buy for $400, and that's Canadian too. So what's that, like $320 American money? Yeah, not so bad, and it was a lot of fun to build, I gotta say. Anyways, folks, that's it for me. Nev from Nev's Tech. Like and subscribe if you like this stuff. It's always appreciated, folks. And as always, folks, take care of each other, will yous?